Hello, hello. Good evening. Hello, hello. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds until Monday Night Raw starts. And it's a very important and very impactful Monday Night Raw because last night, or no, Saturday night, December 13th, John Cena's career ended. He tapped out for only the fourth time in his career, and like the first time in 20 years, John Cena tapped out. So John Cena is no longer a WWE superstar, and Gunther is the one that tapped him out. And so, as Triple H says, it's a brand new era of WWE, and so that's what we got going on. So I'll be watching Monday Night Raw as I stream, commenting on that, live reactions there, and also talking about my podcast and talking about some merch that I got in the TikTok shop and all those cool things like that. So I was there. William, you were there. William Tell. The worst part of Cena's match was catering decided to serve flounder and it stunk up backstage. Is that legit? Is that legit? There's John Pork. Good evening, John Pork. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Twitch, hello. How's it going? ATL M8. How are you? Amazing. Thanks for sharing, William. That's funny. Anyways, if you're here with me on TikTok, most importantly, please check out the merch that we got pinned down below. That we got pinned down below. We have a comment on Twitch. Let me just see that. Kind of down, but I'll get through it. LOL. What about you? I'm doing amazing, dude. How can I help you? Like, what are you down about? Like, are you sad or has something happened in your life or what's going on there? Let me potentially maybe I can help or offer some words of encouragement or whatever that may be. So, anyways, yeah. But again, if you're on TikTok, please check out the merch that we got pinned down below. We have "You Are Loved" stuff. All that is related to mental health and mindset, and so check that out in the shop down below. And all your proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. So check that out. Anyways, Monday Night Raw. Here it is. It's live, baby. Let's go. Anyways, yeah. What's up? What's up, everybody? How's our Monday night doing? Don't force the Arabic accent, bro. I don't have an Arabic accent. It's kind of a weird thing to say. I live in America, born in America, have an American accent. So, anyways, thanks, Zach of all trades. With box office and food beverage, the Cena match was the most profitable event in the area's history. Wow, really amazing. I mean, not surprised by that, William. I mean, it's one of the most incredible, sort of things we've seen. Was John Cena's whole farewell tour, John Cena's retirement. The whole thing was, I thought, was amazing. I was a big fan of it. Let's see. Since Patrick, what's up, man? Since I've talked to you last, I've apologized to people for spewing anti-Semitic things around them. Awesome. I appreciate you taking accountability. You're a good man for that. You're a very good man for that. I appreciate that very, very much. But yeah, if you're on TikTok, please check out the merch that we got pinned down below. It's all "You Are Loved" and mental health related, which means all of your proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. So check those out. Check those out. And we're also watching Monday Night Raw because, well, because friggin' uh, John Cena friggin' tapped out in his last match ever, which I personally thought was the right decision. I thought John Cena tapping out was the right decision. Now you boost Gunther, you make Gunther the most hated person in WWE. He's now the biggest heel and a bigger star because of it. And so I think that's a really, really big deal for the future of WWE. Did you hear the buzz around about Jared Kushner and WWE? No, I did not. William, what's the buzz there? Please do share. Your lazy eye kind of cute. I don't know if I have a lazy eye, but thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, William, please share. I mean, the Monday Night Raw has started. They're just showing footage from Saturday night's main event, which again, where John Cena tapped out for the first time in 20 years. Mr. Never Give Up knew it was time. He knew his time had come and gone, and that was it. And so I think that was a really good way to boost Gunther and put Gunther in the spot of biggest heel in the company. All the WWE was talking about it Saturday. Is that a Trump hat? No, sir. This is a "You Are Loved" hat, which is pinned down below. It's part of my mental health nonprofit, which is called "You Are Loved," and all the proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. We also have all these other types of "You Are Loved" hats in the shop down below, so you can check that out here in the TikTok shop. And again, all your proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness because I have a nonprofit. I own and operate a nonprofit called "You Are Loved." Which is also linked to my podcast, which is called Something for Everybody. And so, yeah, tomorrow we have a new episode coming out of my podcast, all about mindset, grit, focus with a mindset expert. It was a great conversation. The episode I released at the end of last week was all about depression. So if you're interested in those sort of mindset, mental health, personal development type podcasts, please check it out. My podcast is called Something for Everybody. Let's see. I'd love to say mental health is bad, but didn't seem like it's going anywhere. But everything's going. Life is tough right now, sadly. What's tough about it? Maybe we can help you. Maybe we can offer some advice or just console you or help you or support you in whatever journey you might be going through. Hello. I can barely afford groceries, man. Barely eating nothing. Send me a DM. Send me a DM. Maybe I can help you with that. Ooh, Gunther's opening Monday Night Raw. Here we go. The man who made John Cena tap out is opening Monday Night Raw. Thoughts on Australia shooting? Strange question because the only thoughts on the Australia shooting should be that it's horrible, it's terrible, it's tragic. And I pray to God that these shootings all around the world stop. Sloppy Mike, shalom. All right, Gunther. Gunther has opened Monday Night Raw. So we're here. You speak Hebrew? No, I do not speak Hebrew. Do you speak Hebrew? Ather. I'm very intrigued at what then Jared will build a wrestling league in Saudi Arabia. Jared Kushner building a wrestling league in Saudi Arabia. That doesn't sound very appealing. I think it's a sign that immigration from the Middle East needs to be stopped completely. These people are barbaric and they will never stop. Yeah, I don't disagree, especially the ones that are jihadists, the ones that are radicalized, and the ones that really are that way. Yeah. Scroll up. There's more. I'm not seeing anything else, William. I only saw that one message from you about the wrestling league in Saudi Arabia. I don't think the message went through all the way through. All right, we have Gunther in the ring. Just so you guys know, yes, I'm commenting and talking to you guys here on TikTok or wherever you are on the stream, but also live reaction to Monday Night Raw as well. So Gunther's in the ring right now. He's the one that made John Cena tap out. I don't have the volume on, but I assume the crowd is just booing the shit out of him because right now he is the biggest heel in the company, and that is 100% true. Dan, God bless you. God bless you too. You saw what your cousins did in Australia. What are you talking about? What cousins? You don't know anything about me? What a weird comment to make. Please explain yourself, Himmy. Strange. What is Gunther gonna say? What is Gunther gonna say? Your cousin's self-explanatory. Well, they're not my cousins. They have no relation to me. I'm actually Jewish, so the attacks were against the Jewish people. So my people actually were the ones that got shot and killed and targeted. Gunther's not going to have to say much in this promo, man. He's not going to have to say much at all. Uh, See, this is why Gunther made John Cena tap out for this exact reaction that he's getting here on Monday Night Raw. That he made John Cena tap out. John Cena made that choice for the betterment of the company, knowing that the next day and months and years moving forward, that Gunther would be the biggest heel in the company. And this is it. This is the reaction. He doesn't even have to say anything. He's getting booed out the building. Patrick, I'm very sorry, man. I truly am. Hey, you don't have to apologize anymore, Patrick. You've held yourself very accountable. You're a good man in my eyes because of that. And so, thank you, Patrick. Dr. Nixon, America first. Down with Zionism. No Zionism. Loved by who? Well, just generally, Ali loved Austin. Love you, Jackson. Thanks, Austin O'Brien. Good to see you, mate. And that's it. That's all Gunther needed to say. Tapped out like a little bitch. Thank you, brother. But anyways, I wanted to respond to this. Ali said, "Loved by who?" You're just loved, like no matter what the circumstances. A lot of times, our brain likes to convince us that we're not loved, that we're not valuable, that we're not enough, and so it's an intrinsic feeling that we can develop in ourselves to create the texture in our own mind that we are loved, we are valuable, and that's really about prioritizing our mental health. Developing a great relationship with ourselves and with other people, and building up our self-esteem and our self-worth through the way we talk to ourselves, through our actions, through evidence. All those things are extremely important when it comes to feeling and being loved. But no matter what you do in this world, you are deeply loved. That's why I have the products linked down below that I do here in the TikTok shop, and that's why all the proceeds go to suicide prevention. Good to see you, brother. Hope y'all are well. Yeah, Austin, send me a text, man. Would love to get together and meet the kid. What if you do bad crimes? Well, I mean, I still think everyone's made in the divine image of God. And I think everyone is intrinsically valuable, but there are some people who make bad choices and do bad things and are very evil. But every human being on the planet has the capacity for evil because all human atrocities have been done by humans. And so we all have that capacity. And hopefully, we make the choice to move towards the light, to make good choices, to be in great service to the world. And I think that's extremely important and extremely valuable. But anyways, Gunther, you speak well, man. Keep it up. I'll DM you, bro. I gotta talk to you. All right, Patrick. Sounds good, mate. I'll check my DMs later tonight. Thank you, Ali. Ali, appreciate that. I mostly speak well because I have a lot of practice. I go live a lot, and I've done a lot of podcast episodes. Episode 438 of my podcast gets released tomorrow, so I've done a lot of time behind the camera, behind the microphone, And so I appreciate the compliment, man. I'll do the best I can. Gunther saying, "I will forever be the man that made John Cena give up." And that's absolutely true. That's why. Oh, America first, my boy. Let's go. Give it up for America first. You're literally Jewish. Yes, I am. I am literally Jewish. And that's why John Cena made the choice to tap out to Gunther because of this reaction right here that you're getting to build the business, to leave the business better than he found it. You gotta love that. You absolutely gotta love that. Star of Rem fan, not David. No, that's wrong. America first. You know that. You've been on these lives first. The Star of Rem fan is a non-ancient Jewish idol associated with God of Saturn and is condemned by the prophets in the New Testament. And this is a mod. I mean, I'm not even wearing it, so how do you even know? I'm not like I'm not even. It's not even out. But anyways, I do wear a Star of David. So I don't even know what you're talking about. America first. Did you Google it? No, I did not Google it, Bubba. But I have Googled it before because been brought up so many times, but didn't Google it there. Kind of got it memorized, which I think is funny. Are you seeing my message? No, William, I haven't seen anything from you since the last message you sent, which was like scroll up, I believe you said. Um, Bubba, I hope you're having a good night. I hope you are too, Bubba. Hope you're having a good Monday. Good start to your week. Hope it's a really good start to your week. What a beautiful thing that is right there. It was John Cena tapping out and making Gunther a massive star. You absolutely got to love that vibe. That's so important, so powerful for sort of the next generation. AJ Styles, what's AJ Styles doing out there? I'd love to see that feud. Little Gunther versus AJ Styles action. Come on, then. Give it to us. But anyways, if you're still here with me on TikTok, please check out the merch we got linked down below. I'm wearing the "You Are Loved" hat that's pinned down below. Uh, and I'm also wearing one of the hoodies that we have in the shop down below. On the back, it says "The world is better with you in it." So please check that out, and all your proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. And then if you're interested in sort of long form deep dives into mental health, personal development, and things of that nature, then you can check out my podcast. It's called Something for Everybody on all major podcast platforms. And also at the same time, we are watching Monday Night Raw. According to Triple H, it's a new era of WWE. And he only says that because on Saturday night, we saw John Cena retire. Gunther just opened the show and he got booed out of the building, basically becoming a massive star because he made John Cena quit for the first time in 20 years. And John Cena's retired. So it is a new era of WWE. What new superstars are going to step up? We saw some of those superstars at Saturday night's main event. Who's going to win the Royal Rumble? All those types of things. But please, yeah. So that's please. I don't know. Please, I don't know why I said please. But anyways, that's that. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them in the chat. I'll answer. But please check out the merch here on TikTok that we got linked down below, and all those proceeds are going to go to suicide prevention. Oh, there's Brunson Reed, big Brunson Reed. Mandy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Anyways, let's go back to Stephanie Vacour versus Raquel Rodriguez tonight. That should be a very good match. Then we have a Intercontinental Women's Championship match tonight as well. So two big time women's matches tonight on Monday Night Raw while we're hanging out on the stream. Oh, there is CM Punk in the building. Don't really care. CM Punk the fraud, but there he is anyways. And I'm really glad that the Usos are back in the tag team division because Jey Uso just could not cut it as a as a singles competitor. Just couldn't do it. I mean, I think he's like a little above mid card when it comes to Jey Uso specifically as a singles competitor. But you can see in some of the big matches that he had, first Gunther versus CM Punk, just what couldn't deliver on that kind of stage. But as a tag team wrestler with Jimmy as the Usos, one of the best tag teams we've ever seen. And so I'm really glad he's in that division, back in that division, because I think there's a ton of um, talent in the tag team division that could be really good. Can you cash at me $10? My cash app is sure, Blueberry AC. I can cash app you, but I can't do it until I'm done with this live. So if you follow me and send me a DM, I can do that. After John's retirement, I just can't bear to watch WWE anymore. It's been subpar this year. I don't disagree with you, Mario, that it's been subpar. But there has been some highlights. I think it's going to get better because this whole year was really wrapped in John Cena's farewell tour, and that farewell tour was okay, mixed in with like a weird heel turn and The Rock and Travis Scott kind of fucked it all up. But I do think it'll get better from here on out. To be honest, because now they can solely focus on this, the next generation, and building towards WrestleMania. So I'm optimistic about it, and maybe you are too. Still better than AEW in my opinion. Yes, I think WWE is still better than AEW by a long shot. But that's my opinion. If you like AEW and you fuck with AEW, that's awesome too. Wait, when are you gonna end live though? Probably an hour. 7:20 right now. Probably be done by 8:30. So like an hour and 10 minutes. All right. So now we got the Usos and the New Day, two of the best tag teams of all time, wrestling on Monday Night Raw. That's a treat. That's sweet. Easily two of the best tag teams of all time. William, check the messages on your phone. Okay. Oh, wow, William. So William is saying that Jared Kushner wants to invest 2 billion in WWE, having Linda buy out Vince. I didn't know Vince still had a stake in that. Where did you hear all that information, William? Raw's on right now, and I forgot. I'm so clocked out on this company. Yeah, Mario, I'm watching it as I'm streaming live here. So watch it with me, Mario. Hang out with me. Let's see how it goes. I mean, come on, you can't miss the Usos versus the New Day. That match will be sick. The match will be sick. Come on. Order some WWE DoorDash. Yeah, order some WWE DoorDash or order some You Are Love merch that we got linked in the TikTok shop. If you buy anything in the TikTok shop, all those proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. So check them out. Danny asks, "Are you Mexican?" No, I'm not Mexican. I am white and American, but I'm also Jewish. Z. What's up? How's it going? You all right? Chilling. Nice. Me too. Me too. Just chilling. That's one of the most wildest message I've ever seen, Ricky. So I'm not going to say that out loud. Appreciate it though. Let's see what else is going on. So tomorrow, on my podcast. So today is Monday. Uh, Buy his merch. Everything is great and high quality. Also for a great cause. Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate that, man. Yep, you can buy everything in the TikTok shop right down below. And all your proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. Lacey Leanne, good evening. Good evening, Lacey Leanne. How are you? What's going on? We're streaming. We're talking a little mindset, mental health, like always, and we're also watching Monday Night Raw, WWE, because it's a brand new era of WWE because John Cena is officially retired. So, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? WWE, will it be the same? Will it be different? John Cena has really been a part-time player for a while, so it is what it is. But speaking of mental health or mindset, Grayson just doesn't belong with the New Day. Yeah, I think it's kind of fun. They're just trying to find a place for him, to be honest. Like he's pretty talented, he's pretty entertaining, and he got in really good shape. So they're just trying to find a place for him. But yeah, I don't know if it's with the New Day. Eventually, when Austin Theory comes back, I always thought they were going to feud, but they never really did feud. So maybe they will at some point. But maybe Austin Theory is also the masked man, so we'll see. But yeah, so I have a podcast. It's called Something for Everybody, which everyone should check out. It's on all major podcast platforms. And tomorrow we have a really good episode coming out with a mindset expert. He works with athletes and business people and all that. And we talked a lot about focus. We talked a lot about grit. We also talked about the relationship between parents and their children who are athletes and what to say and what not to say. Um, and we talked about thriving under pressure. We talked about a lot of those types of things that I generally speak about on my podcast. Very mindset, mental health, and personal development heavy on my podcast. But I had another guy on there tomorrow. He's a mindset expert, and we just chopped it up for like an hour, and it was a good time. But then last week's episode that I released on Friday was all about depression, which is a really, really important episode, all about depression, because I do believe there's some very harmful myths that are being spread online about depression, about what depression really is, what it feels like, and the tools needed to recover from it. So you can find that episode everywhere: YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Search Something for Everybody, search my name, and those things will come up. But now we're watching the Usos versus the New Day here on Monday Night Raw in the quote unquote Triple H new era of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, these two teams know each other very well, right? So you're going to see a lot of feeling each other out a little bit. You're going to see a lot of tit for tat, a lot of reversals because they know each other's moves really well. But anyways, I love seeing Jey Uso back as a tag team wrestler. Just where he belongs, where he fits. Now, not to say he'll never be a singles competitor again. I think that's obviously not true. I think he will be a singles competitor at some point, but he won't reach the heights that he reached um, as a world champion ever again. Raquel, my favorite handsome Jewish man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How you doing, Raquel? You good? Having a good evening? Anyways, we got a commercial break here on Monday Night Raw. So focus on what's going on here. What are you guys doing? What's happening? What's the vibe? Hello, Elith creator. Hi, how's it going? What's up? Anyway, so an interesting thing that I've been thinking about because I released a podcast episode all about depression. There's this really sort of harmful myth online that you see all the time, at least that I see all the time, because I'm in sort of the algorithm, sort of the mental health algorithm, is that depression is some sort of gift, and that's untrue. It's not connected with reality, and it's quite dangerous because we know how. If you've ever experienced depression, or you've known someone who's seen someone experience depression, you know how serious that is. And saying it's a gift, or it only happens to bad people, is a very dangerous myth to share to people. Now, if we're thinking about normal, everyday challenges, obstacles, and setbacks in our life, then yes, those can be viewed as a gift. Normal setbacks, challenges, obstacles in life, those can be viewed as a gift or as an opportunity for growth. I think that's a really beautiful mindset to have. But depression is an entirely different universe, an entirely different beast, and some of the same skills overlap, like the fundamentals and things of that nature. But the basic sort of claim that depression is a gift is not helpful, it's merely harmful. And so we have to talk about depression with a little bit more nuance and the correct language. And I think that's extremely important. Let's see. Hey, Aaron, how have you been? You got any podcast about disassociation? I don't specifically about that topic, JBot, but I certainly can research it or find an expert on that subject, and I can bring him on or have a conversation about it or do a solo episode about it. So yeah, thanks for bringing that topic up. I'd love to discuss that topic. I mean, I've talked a lot about self-image, but not about disassociation itself. I love my life. Great, Michael. That's awesome. Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. Christmas. Football on Netflix. Nice. Love that. Anyways, if you're still here with me on TikTok, please check out the pinned merch we got down below. All of it's "You Are Loved" and mental health related, which means all of the merch gets donated. All the proceeds, at least from the merch, gets donated to suicide prevention. So please check out that in the shop down below. I'm wearing one of the hats. Also wearing one of the hoodies. So check that out. David, thank you, David. David Pierce, remembering my sister Rachel on the second night of Hanukkah. Yes, happy second night of Hanukkah to those celebrating, remembering the ones we lost, remembering the ones we love, and remembering that the only way to defeat the darkness is to shed more light. That's the only way. Hassam, hello. How's it going? What's up? Thank you, David. Appreciate you, man. Chips, follow me for daily motivation. There you go, Chips. Rock on, my friend. All right, we got Monday Night Raw back on. We got a little tag team action. Two of the best tag teams of all time. Usos, New Day. Love that. So, Zahara Dorna. I don't really have a prediction for this match. I mean, it could go either way. But I think since the Usos just rejoined the tag team division, it's likely that they will win to sort of get their momentum back. Or if they lose, and Jimmy takes the pin, it could likely set Jey Uso off, and he could potentially turn on his brother again. But maybe that's too soon. Maybe that's too soon. So we'll see. So we'll see. Ooh, right into the goalpost. Anyways, what's up? What's up, TikTok? How we doing? How we feeling? There's only a few of us in here, so if you have any questions or comments or concerns or anecdotes, uh, let me know. Rate my PFP. Is that your profile picture? It looks like a 10 out of 10 to me, Geo. They sell menorahs in Texas. Yes, David, they sell menorahs in Texas. I think I got one right there. You can see that behind me. There it is. Bang, right there. We got a couple inside. We lit the candles tonight. That was a great time. Let's see what's happening on Monday Night Raw. Here we go. Jey Uso going for a dive. Got it. Boom. Now I'm not convinced who's going to win this match, because I kind of talked myself into thinking that it might be the Usos, but then they might lose because then that could be the sort of the tipping point for Jey Uso because when he lost to who did he lose to? When he lost to LA Knight, um, he looked sort of rejected and distraught and didn't really know what he was going to do with his career. And now all of a sudden he's just right into the tag team division. It seems a bit strange. So we'll see. But we're on commercial break right now. On commercial break right now. So, but anyways, as I was saying, yeah, if you're on TikTok, well, there's only one person here on TikTok, so I guess I'm only talking to one person, which is cool. Love the vibes. But yeah, so I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I certainly do have a podcast episode coming out tomorrow about mindset and focus. And I think one of the things the my guest mentioned tomorrow that I overheard, sort of looking at the episode before it comes out tomorrow, is that focus is more about it's less about blocking things out and more about locking in. I think sometimes when we think about focus, we're like we need to block out all of these distractions, but really when we think about focus, it's kind of like a flashlight. So when I use the flashlight and I beam it right on the thing that I'm aiming at, that's where all of my attention goes to. And so that's the same thing as focus, right? There's always going to be all these distractions around us. There's always going to be all these things that could sort of grab our attention. There's always going to be these things that could um, prevent us from doing the most important task. But that's more about blocking things out. And so if we think focus more about locking in or thinking about focus more of like, this is the flashlight of my attention, then I'm going to shine the flashlight directly on the thing that's most important. So in a sports context, if you're playing baseball and you're in the batter's box, obviously you're trying to shine that spotlight of attention right on that pitcher so you can focus on every little detail and get the release point and all these types of things. So when you get in the batter's box, you're as ready to go as humanly possible. That's using the flashlight of focus, the attentional focus, the flashlight method to zoom in on what's most important. And so on the podcast episode that gets released tomorrow, we talked heavily about that mindset. And we talked about grit and the grind still matters. And we also talked about youth sports, which are also being taken over right now by money and greed and unhelpful parents and things of that nature. So we talked about the car ride home and what we can do to maybe help parents with the car ride home and encourage more kids to play in sports and for longer and all those types of things. And so the conversation was quite good. I enjoyed just sort of riffing with the guy. His name is Sandy Cohen. So you can check that out tomorrow when it drops. My podcast is called Something for Everybody, and it's on all major podcast platforms. So maybe now we are back. Let's see. Here we go. Back Raw on Netflix. 1 year anniversary is coming up. I think like the January 5th. I want to say. January 5th is that Monday. It's the 1 year anniversary of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Double super kick. See Xavier Woods. Double super kick. See Kofi Kingston. Double again. Back to Xavier Woods. The Usos are on fire right now. I don't know. I think they're going to win. I mean, if they win, they're going to sort of drag this out a little bit. They'll probably win the tag team championships. But it just seems odd to me. Oh, that was horrible. He jumped right on his knees. That was brutal. Didn't need to do a double splash. And then also to kick out. That was pointless and bad by Jimmy Uso. You just need one splash and then the other, I think, is better. Like he didn't even hit him here. Yeah, it's like nothing to his knees is good. Like you've got something in your teeth. Cool. Bro, nobody cares about Jimmy Uso. I agree, still Matic, but he is wrestling in a match right now, and the Usos are back in the tag team division. So I'm watching Monday Night Raw and I'm commenting on it, but I don't disagree with you, still Matic. But eventually something's gonna happen again between Jay and Jimmy. So okay, do you think you're cool? No, not necessarily. I just like what I like, and that's who I am. Do you think you're cool, still Matic? What do you like? What are you into? What's your vibe? Oh, cool DDT to the floor right there from Xavier Woods. Love that. Hannah die. Oh, didn't really count. That was kind of gnarly, but Xavier Woods is going nuts. And then Kofi Kingston, frog splash at the back. Tag. Is the New Day going to win? Yeah, maybe. Maybe the New Day is going to win. That was kind of weird, but still works. Oh, Jay Uso makes the save. Anyways, if you're with me here on TikTok, please check out the pinned hat we got down below. Pinned hat, shirt, t-shirts, everything like that. All you are loved and mental health related. So all the proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. This hoodie that I'm wearing is linked in the shop down below. It's got this smiley face logo right here. And then on the back, it says, "The world is better with you in it." That's available on the TikTok shop. Oh, get him up, Xavier, get him up. It does seem like it's looking on like the Usos will win. Just had a super kick, super kick, super kick. So many super kicks. Spear on the outside. Gotta love that. Even though Jay Uso should stop doing the spear. I think every single person in WWE, including Roman Reigns, should stop doing the spear. I think every person in WWE. Oh, is that it? I'll get to what I was saying in a second. Where's Xavier Woods? Is he gonna get it? One, two, three. No, Usos win. Usos win in their sort of re-debut as a tag team. But I think, as I was saying, I think every single person in WWE, including Roman Reigns, should stop using the spear. Usos, Roman Reigns, literally everyone. Braun Breaker has the best spear in WWE. He's got the best spear in the world. Speed, athleticism. It just looks better than everyone else's. Roman Reigns can find another move. He's freaking Roman Reigns. He can literally make any move great. He's the god of WWE. So I say that you only keep that move, selective move for Braun Breaker. And so when he uses it to beat CM Punk on January 5th, on the 1 year anniversary of Raw on Netflix to become the world heavyweight champion, it means that much more because no one else is doing the spear. I think that's a big deal. But it is what it is. So the Usos win. you can sort of see Jey Uso's kind of got like a weird vibe going on if you're watching Monday Night Raw. I'm not really sure where they're going with that. I don't think they're going to be like a tag team for the rest of time. I think something's going to happen with Jey Uso where he snaps. He wants to go back into the WWE singles division or whatever the case may be, but his vibe looks off. Oh my God, it's Jackson Stone. Hey Tony, what's up, man? You all right? Damn juice. Random user on here 7. Yeah, that's me. I'm Jewish. Sure am. Thanks for letting me know. Um Kabuki Warriors. They're definitely going to people be so rude, holy. Yeah, they can be CM 1, 2, 3, 4. They can be, but it's all right. It's all good. We power through. All the money you make off the merch, 100% of it goes to charity. Yes, Tony. All the merch that is available here in the TikTok shop, that's You Are Loved or mental health related. Um, all of those proceeds go to suicide prevention, either through my nonprofit and the initiatives that we do, or we give it to American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So, yes, please, Tony, check out the stuff we got linked down below. Find something you like, hats, t shirts, and you're supporting something great. So, yes, Tony, to answer your question in a long-winded fashion, like I always do. I guess that's why I'm a podcaster. But we're back on commercial break, back on commercial for WWE on Netflix. So you have my full undivided attention before it comes back. Tony, what do you need? What's going on? Like most Jews, yes, like most Jews, we give money to charity, Tikkun Olam, repair the world. That's what we're doing. I agree. Random user on here 7. I agree. I hope you're having a good start to your day or to your week. I hope Monday's been good to you. Random user on here 7. I hope you had a win, a couple wins today. Hope you have a great week ahead, full of health and happiness and time with family and friends as we gear up for the holidays. So that's what I hope for you, random user on here 7. Closed a $400,000 deal today. I'm great, bud. Sweet, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. What kind of deal? It's like, are you in real estate? Is that the deal you closed? You Jews are going to tax me 40% on it. Yeah, man, I don't know why you keep being rude for no reason, but I'm trying to have an honest conversation with you, but it's all good. Tony's back in. Cool, Tony. What's up, man? Did you find anything that you like, Tony, in the shop? Anything you found in the shop that you might want to buy, might want to purchase, might want to support what we got going on here on TikTok, what we got going on here with our merchandise. Let's see how we doing on Monday Night Raw. Still on commercial break. Thoughts on how Cena retired? Tony, I thought it was brilliant. Uh, I predicted Cena was going to tap out on my show at least a week in advance. When Gunther got announced, or when Gunther won the tournament, I knew he was going to tap out. Cena hasn't tapped out in 20 years. You know, John, he wants to make the business better than when he left it. And the best way to do that is going out and making a star on your way out. Now, Gunther's already a big star. He's a two-time world champion. But him making John Cena tap out in John Cena's very last match ever, I think is a brilliant move. And it also shows how brilliant the move was at the start of Monday Night Raw. Gunther goes out there and he gets booed out the damn building. Now he's the biggest heel in the company. And that's exactly what you need. Now he might wrestle AJ Styles, which looked like that sort of altercation happened as Gunther was leaving. And you have one of your biggest baby faces versus now your biggest heel. And then you have Gunther go to WrestleMania, and you have him beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and maybe have Brock Lesnar retire after that, and then you've built a legend in the making. So, thought it was great. I thought he was upset about it with his facial expression before he tapped. Tony, I almost guarantee you that the decision to tap was John Cena's decision. I think it was a smile as he was tapping, saying like, "My time is done. I loved my time here. I'm passing the torch, and I've gave everything I had, and this is me letting go." And I guarantee you that it was John Cena's decision to tap like that because he wants to make the business better than when he found it, and I think that's exactly what he did. And that's why he's the greatest of all time. What did you think, Tony? It's crazy because he's been a wrestler my whole life. Yeah, dude, I totally understand. Weird for him to not be there anymore. Yes, I totally get that. I started watching John Cena in 2006. You know what I mean? That's almost, it's almost 20 years. That's 19 years of me watching John Cena. And so to not see him in extras WrestleMania and all this stuff is going to be weird. So I'm just going to have to keep watching Peacemaker over and over and over again to get my John Cena fix. Even though Peacemaker season 2 was fucking incredible. I still have my Cena merch from 15 years ago. Yeah, I remember you told me that. Um, Now you got to get some "You Are Love" merch though, bro. Come on, let's go. Got to get you hooked up. In maybe in 30 years time, your Cena merch will be worth it. Will be worth some. People 30 years from now will be treating, John Cena like they treat friggin' Ric Flair or something. Maybe, haha. I got the whole purple fit, armbands and all. That's fucking sweet, Tony. Gotta love that, man. That's sweet. Monday Night Raw is back on, and we see Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Brunson Reed talking about how they destroyed LA Knight. Because we're going to see LA Knight now get a ton of sympathy, and that sympathy is going to translate into him coming back at the Royal Rumble and winning the Royal Rumble. At least that's what I think. That's my prediction. There's the man, Paul Heyman, right there. Excuse me. Just freaking yawning on stream. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Thanks for the like, CM1234. I really do. Show on stream. Taz is the real goat of pro wrestling, not Cena, and definitely not Ric Flair. Tags redefined professional wrestling for future generations. Send LA Knight back to TNA. He is dog shit. Okay. Tell me more about Taz. You have some nice teeth. Thanks, man. What a harsh comment. Send LA Knight back to TNA is dog shit. Why do you think Taz what's up, Brian? How are you, mate? How are you, dude? Good to see you on the stream. Taz is the real goat of I've never, ever, ever heard someone say that Taz is the goat of professional wrestling. I wanna know more. Rewind 9/8, 1989. You mind saying a quick prayer for all those Jewish people in Australia? Yes, Sloppy Mike. May all their memories be a blessing. God bless them. And as we celebrate the second night of Hanukkah, may we continue to fight the darkness with more light. And that's what I think is really important. LA Knight is a wannabe cheap knockoff of Stone Cold. I don't know about that. I mean, there are definitely some similarities, but I like LA Knight. I don't think he's dog shit. That was hilarious. Amen. Yeah, absolutely. Amen. CM1234. Amen. You're never going to defeat darkness with darkness. You're going to defeat darkness with light, more light. And that's what the Festivals of Lights is about. That's what Hanukkah is about. So let's try and do that. Ryan says on YouTube, thoughts on the John Cena match. I was expecting a speech from him. I thought that John Cena's last match ever, Ryan, I thought it went perfectly. It went exactly how I thought it was going to go. I predicted that he was going to tap out. And I think it worked out perfectly for Gunther. Now Gunther is the biggest heel in the company, and John Cena made the business better than when he found it. So, yeah. All right, we got another great comment from Rewind 1989 over on YouTube. Taz is the GOAT. Without Taz, no Brock Lesnar, no ECW, no Paul Heyman. He redefined professional wrestling with his MMA style. First man to defeat Kurt Angle, the most booked man in ECW. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I just haven't heard it stated so well about Taz. So shout out to Taz. Shout out to Taz. Rewind 1989 is doing great stuff for Taz. So yeah, man, cool thoughts. Love that. If you have any more great thoughts like that, please let us know. Send more chats in, my friend. Love that. Who do we have now? We have Rhea Ripley and Io Sky here coming down on Raw. Amen. Oh yeah, I agree. Didn't Cena come in during the Attitude Era? No, he was a little bit after that. Uh, he first appeared with Ruthless Aggression, that Ruthless Aggression deal with Kurt Angle, and then transformed into like the rapper, and then had a few sort of metamorphoses throughout his career. But he's had a 25-year career. You have some eyelid exposure. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for saying that. It's okay. I appreciate it. All right, before Rhea Ripley and Thug Cena was the coat. Yeah, because he could rap like a motherfucker. Dude's got a platinum album, like a legit platinum album. I mean, that's craziness. That's madness. Sergeant PJ, you think it's chilling to smoke? I just got out of ACL surgery 3 days ago. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but to each their own, my friend. To each their own. What was I saying? Kurt was definitely Attitude Era. Yeah, yeah. Cena came at the very end of it. Um, and then what? His first title win was against JBL. Yeah, and now we see the Kabuki Warriors just absolutely destroying Io Sky and Rhea Ripley because they're friggin' pissed. They loved Io, and she turned on them and loved this feud. All four of these women are fantastic. All right, let's go back to these. We got a couple messages. Next year will be 40 years for the goat Taz. Get on his level. The goat Taz broke into the business in '86. Wow, fucking right. Let's go Taz. Give it up for Taz. All right, rock on Taz. Let's see. CM Punk says Tony is my all-time favorite wrestler, though. Oh, That's unfortunate, Tony. I can't stand CM Punk. Can't stand him at all. I can't stand, like, literally can't stand him at all. But uh, go Taz. LA Knight. Yeah, I can't stand CM Punk, but I know CM Punk is like super, super popular with a ton of people. Obviously, he's one of the most popular wrestlers of all time. But I can't stand the dude. Let's see. Attitude was peak WWF. Yeah, dude, everyone loves the Attitude Era. It's sick. It's sick. Han has joined. Everyone give it up for Han. Hey, friend, how are you? Everyone give it up for Han. She's fighting. She's doing the best she can to make it through each day. So we got to give it up for her. Got to celebrate that. Celebrate moving through each day the best we can. Oh, yes, dude. Let's go. This is my favorite fucking comment you've made all night. Rewind. Let's go. CM Punk is a narcissist little bitch. I can't stand the dude. Send his ass back to AEW for Hook. Punk fears Hook. Let's go. That's right. Yes. Yes. That's another YouTube chat for those that are on TikTok or any other streaming platform. Uh, CM Punk is a narcissistic little bitch. I totally 100% agree. I think Punk was better before the whole best in the world thing. I mean, I think Punk's a decent professional wrestler. Definitely don't think he was ever the best in the world, and just not a fan of him in general. But again, tons of fans all around the world love him, so I'm not going to discredit their love for him. But it is what it is. I thought I was writing to like a diary entry. What do you mean, hand? Like in this, or uh, where are you writing your diary entry? Because I want to know everything. Let us know here in the chat. We want to know. We want to help. Jackson Stone versus CM Punk. Let's go. Yeah, I'll fight him. Certainly would fight CM Punk for no money too. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't do that. Don't like to fight. No, the text thread, I was embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, and that's me. I send out the mass text every morning to everyone who signs up for my texting platform, which you can text me at 201-534-3681. But every reply you get from me is me personally. The only mass text I send out is the first one every morning that you get, and then every reply is directly from me and goes directly to my phone. So anytime you want to share anything personal, send it in there. I love to hear your thoughts and help where I can, or send support or love or whatever it is. Like that's what it's there for. So no reason to feel embarrassed at all. All right. We just saw the Kabuki Warriors beat the shit out of those other two ladies. That was awesome. We got still have two women's championship matches tonight. Intercontinental and Stephanie Vacour's match. And we also have a CM Punk sighting. Boo. Uh, so I'm assuming this is the yes, this is the Intercontinental Championship match right here. The baby has 102 fever all day and has been a tough day for mama and baby. I'm sorry. And uh, sending my love, sending my best wishes. It'll get better. You know that. You know that. Here we go. The Intercontinental Champion, Maxine Dupree. You know, you got to respect someone like Maxine Dupree who's just put in the work, right? Was really a green kind of wrestler and now building herself up, building herself up, building herself up, getting better, training hard. You got to respect that type of vibe. Just got accepted for a new teaching job today. Good vibe. Let's go. That's huge news. That's huge news, Han. Amazing. Amazing. Let's go. Fire me up. New teaching job. That's huge. When do you start? When do you start? Tony, my list: Stone Cold, CM Punk, Randy, Kofi, back when he was Jamaican, and Edge. Not a bad list. Not a bad list. I appreciate that very much. Stone Cold, CM Punk, Randy, Kofi, and Edge. Okay, nice. One new message. Here we go. Let's check it out. Dupree reminds me a lot of Stacy Keebler. Yeah, dude. That's a yeah, me too. Kofi only when he was Jamaican. No, yeah, it was kind of hilarious when Kofi Kingston forgot to use his Jamaican accent. Gotta love that. Yeah, Dupree reminds me a lot of Stacy Keebler. Yes, but I think Maxine Dupree is a way better wrestler, actually, in the ring than Stacy Keebler was. But obviously, she's getting more chances to wrestle. Stacy Keebler didn't get a lot of chances to wrestle. Anyways, if you're here on TikTok with me, please check out the pinned merch we got down below. Please check out the merch we got pinned down below. All of the proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. I forgot about one on my list, dude. I can be number six. That's fine. You can put me number six. No problem. All right, we got a women's intercontinental championship match. Here we go. Ivy Nile though is pretty sick. I feel like she's a future champion. Dude can she can go. Let's go, Maxine Dupree. A little ground and pound action. My list is one Taz, two Taz, three Taz, four Taz. All you need is a human suplex machine. He's like six men built into one. I can't wait to tag Taz in this stream so he can see how much love he's getting as the goat from our boy here in the chat. Now women's AJ Lee and Rhea. Yeah, not bad picks. Trish Stratus is my favorite women's wrestler. Then Becky Lynch, maybe. Bailey's pretty good. Charlotte Flair, obviously. I don't care for AJ Lee. I like what she stands for, but just don't like CM Punk. And then, yeah, Rhea Ripley's awesome. Io Sky is probably the best women's wrestler in the world. You got Taz's biggest fan over there. Yeah, we got Taz's biggest fan over there on YouTube. Absolutely, for again, is fired up about Taz, and I'm fired up that he's fired up. So I love the vibe. All right, now we're on commercial break with those ladies. So let's see what these other chats are doing over here. Anyways, again, if you're on TikTok, please check out the merch. We got linked down below. You can find You Are Love merch like this hat, like this hoodie, and all the proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. So check it out. Check it out. And we're on WWE Raw is on commercial break, so we're just chilling. Anyways, what's going on? What's going on? How are we? Nicole Bass is the women's goat. Nice rewind, 1989. I don't even think I know who Nicole Bass is. So fair enough. I think I said this earlier in the stream, but we got a few different people here. If you're interested in any sort of mindset, mental health, or personal development type conversations, especially in a podcast format, please check out my podcast. It's called Something for Everybody. It's on all major podcast platforms. Tomorrow we have a guest on the show. Every Tuesday we have a guest. Every Friday is a solo, and then I do a few episodes in between that. But tomorrow we do have a guest. He's a mindset expert. He works with like athletes and business owners, and we talk a lot about grit and focus and thriving under pressure. Some really important skills and tools that we can all apply into our own life. So maybe you want to check that out. Again, you can text me on my number 201-534-3681, and I will send you the link tomorrow when it drops. Or you can subscribe or follow on Spotify, YouTube, all those types of things. The podcast again is called Something for Everybody. So cheers. Now let's see if we're back. We're not back. Boogeyman was an interesting concept, though. I've been on multiple shows with Boogeyman. Kelsey, hey Kelsey, what's up, Kelsey? How are you? You good? Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I was on multiple shows with Boogeyman actually, and never saw him out of full character ever. Whether it was after the show, before the show, at the hotel, literally never came in full gimmick all the time. And he wanted to be called Boogeyman. It's a weird dude, but good for him for committing to the character. Hey, doing pretty good. How are you? Kelsey, I am doing excellent. I'm doing excellent. I am streaming here on TikTok and other places, talking mindset, mental health, talking my podcast, talking merch. We got linked down below, and also watching little WWE Monday Night Raw action. So couldn't be better. Meeting some interesting people. It's a good vibe. Like they just found him in an alley somewhere. No, he's a trained professional wrestler. He just came up with that gimmick and just freaking fully committed to it. You know, good for him. Not sure what he's doing nowadays. He's super jacked. I think he might be working in a gym or something, but his WWE run was kind of cool. It was interesting. Let's see what's happening back on Monday Night Raw. Here we go. Maxine Dupree. She does have good facial expressions, though. She gets fired up. Gotta love it. Oh, nice bicycle kick. He's just some loony jack guy that threw in the ring. Kind of, yeah, pretty much. Ooh, falsy, false finish. From YouTube, those worms he eats are good for his proteins when he's lifting weights. Long live the boogeyman. Yes, rewind. Long live the boogeyman. That's right. Long live the boogeyman. All right, Tony. Tony's heading out, everyone. Say bye, Tony. And oh, remember, fuck LA Knight. No, no, I like LA Knight. I disagree, Tony, but it's good chatting with you, man. I'll see you when I see you. Stu says, please. Please what, Stu? What's your vibe, mate? Thanks for the live. Thanks for liking the live. Appreciate that. Oh, here we go. Big power bomb. Give it to us. Sit out. Mm, weird angle, but I think that's probably the finish. Nope. Kick out. I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, you got to sit her a little farther out. Oh, Interesting. Thoughts on immigration? I think legal immigration is great, just like most sane people. Over from YouTube, Rewind 1989 says, LA Night is that dog shit that's stuck to your shoe you can't get rid of. That's what he reminds me of. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. I love LA Night. So I'm just reading these chats because they're hilarious. Indeed, Bruchacho, keyword legal. Yes, 100% legal. Absolutely 100%. You got to go through the correct channels. Sometimes it's a long, arduous process. Understood that. But you got to go through the legal channels. That's most important. And I think also what's most important is you have to adopt the values of the country that you go to. That's really, really, really important. This is it. She's gonna make her tap out with the ankle lock. Was Maxine Dupree the new Kurt Angle? Let's fucking go. There it is. Yep. Tap, 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 tap. Not sure why they would make the woman who's actually like a shoot badass wrestler in Ivy Nile tap. But I think they're really trying to build Maxine Dupree. She's worked really hard and she beat Becky Lynch and the whole thing. Um, so that's cool. But I like Ivy Nile. I think she's sick. But are we going to see Becky Lynch attack her from behind right here? Are we going to see it? Or are we going to see it? If you're with me here on TikTok, please check out the pinned merch we got down below. It's all "You Are Loved" and mental health related, like this hat that I'm wearing. And so, if you're interested in that, you can buy something in the shop down below, and all of your proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. So, please check that out if that's of interest to you. All right. Let's see. All right. Anyways, let's see. Two new messages. Great. All right. Love it. Let's get these messages in. Let's see. Just remember from YouTube. Just remember, Taz was the first person to defeat Kurt Angle at the Royal Rumble 2000 when Taz made his debut in WWE, the true goat of pro wrestling. That's great. I think when people bring up Kurt Angle, they should say what I said just always after his name comes up. I think you got it. You are now the official Taz spokesperson. Rewind. You are the Taz official spokesperson for me and for everyone. That's who you are now. John Doe, Aaron, shalom, shalom, John Doe. What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome, John Doe, into the chat. We love John Doe. Welcome into the chat. All right, we got CM Punk coming up. Then I think after the CM Punk segment, your boy's gonna jump off live. I've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes. Try to go like an hour and 30. See CM Punk, talk shit about CM Punk while he's out there because he's a fraud, and then we'll move on. Anyways, John Doe, what's up, dude? How you doing? Thank you, thank you. Maybe you should tell Taz that I have a what? What does that be? Do you have a I have a straining order that lasts till 2035 from the goat Taz. Again, if you're still here with me on TikTok specifically, please check out the merch that we got linked down below in the TikTok shop. All the proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. And if you're super interested in mindset and mental health and personal development and like ways to become the best version of yourself in greatest service to the world, then please check out my podcast. It's called Something for Everybody. It's on all major podcast platforms. And if you want the direct link to that, you can send me a text to my number, which is 201 3681. And I will directly link you to our newest episode, which drops tomorrow, or our other most recent episode, which is all about depression, which is a very powerful and important episode that we did. So that's that. All right, we're staying on here long enough to see CM Punk come out, see what he has to say, and then we're jumping off here for the evening. So I can go get myself ready for bed before I feed my son one last time before he goes to bed. Which me and my wife try to put him down at about 9:30. So I try to feed him around 9:15 for his last time. For those that don't know, my son is just about to be 13 weeks old. So what a vibe! What a vibe! I absolutely love being a dad. It's the coolest fucking thing in the world. It's the most honor. It's the best. It's the biggest honor I have in my life is being his dad. Trying to be the best man I can possibly be for him. So yeah. All right. Got another new chat. Let's check it out. You are busy. You got a newborn, dude. Yes, I'm very busy. I'm very busy with my newborn. It's amazing. I love being a dad. I love having a newborn. My son is absolutely incredible. The best is when he sleeps right on top of my chest. It's fucking the best thing in the whole world. But I still got to work, and part of my work is streaming live. So my wife is amazing. She's taking care of our son right now. Hopefully, he's sleeping, taking a nap before I go in there and feed him for one last time. But yeah, my wife is brilliant, taking care of our son while I do a little bit of work and kind of play also at the same time. Uh, but that's why I am promoting my products and promoting my podcast. And hopefully, you subscribe or like or share, or, text me, or whatever the case may be, so I can buy more diapers. All right, there's CM Punk. What's he gonna say? What is CM Punk gonna say? Just so you guys know, I think we've already stated it on this stream, but I definitely think CM Punk is a fraud and a narcissist, and I'm not a fan. But I'm not gonna take away from the fact that many people absolutely do love CM Punk. So it is what it is. Let's see what this boy has to say. He looks pissed. Just cut the music. Just cut the music, man. Cut the music. Punk is the hardest guy to be friends with. You bet, John Doe. All right, give me these captions. What's he saying? All right. Yeah, CM Punk, he got beat up, had to miss a couple Monday Night Raws, but we saw you at John Cena's thing. You're healthy, you look healthy, and you're about to lose. About to lose on January 5th to Braun Breaker over on YouTube. Rewind. I've been with the same woman for 15 years, married for 10. We've only been in 2 fights, and one of them was when our first was born. I want to make his middle name Taz, and she wasn't having it. I thought you were, oh man. Thank you for making me laugh tonight. Rewind. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're a funny guy. I'm gonna name. No, I'm not. My son's name is Asher. Asher Spencer Mashbitz. But maybe I'll give him the nickname Taz when he starts doing jujitsu. Just for you, my friend. If you are on TikTok, though, specifically on TikTok, please check out the pinned items we got down below. It's a You Are Love dad hat. We got a bunch of You Are Love stuff in the shop down below. And if you buy anything like John Doe, all those proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. When's your son's birthday? My son was born on September 19th, 2025. September 19th. You roll. Yes. Yeah, I train jujitsu. Right now I'm a blue belt. Do you roll? Do you train jujitsu? Rewind 1989. Share with the class, please. Share with the class. Do you think? Do I think what? Or just what do I think in general? I think a lot in general. Oh wow, my older brother is September 18th. Well, it's a great month to have a birthday, that's for sure. It's a great month to have a birthday. Do you get along with your older brother there, John Doe? Goat Squad. Yes, that's amazing. Sibling relationships are beautiful, man. Cherish those forever. God bless. Good for you. I did for 5 years, but life got busy sometime. I want to get back into it. Totally understand that, man. Yeah, right now I'm just training like I'm trying to go once a week. That's like my minimum standard. I'm trying to go once a week outside of my other workouts that I do. But yeah, and I'm gonna get my son into it when he's about 3 years old, and it's gonna be a family vibe. You should definitely get back into it if you can. If you can, then you'll be more like Taz, right? Oh, CM Punk's taking off his jacket. Serious business now. Well, Sauce do. You saved my life, bruh. Sauce, my friend. I love you, dude. I love you, bro. I didn't save you. You saved you. I just happened to help you along the way. and I'm glad I was able to. God bless you, dude. All right, CM Punk, enough of your promo. You're going to lose on January 5th. I hope he does. I don't think he actually will. But if WWE really wants to pull the trigger on the future, if WWE really wants to pull the trigger on the future, they have Braun Breaker beat CM Punk on January 5th. Aaron already won at life. This is extra time. I have one. God bless you, brother. If not for you, I'd be miserable POS making close to minimum wage. Well, dude, you took action. You made the changes. And if I can help you in any other way ever again, no matter what, I'm in your corner. I got your back. Boo, CM Punk. You're not the best in the world. Bro, I'm not going to lie. There's beauty in the hard days. Yeah, there is beauty in the hard days. I think the obstacles, the challenges, the setbacks that we face are beautiful gifts of life. If we see them as those gifts, if we see them as opportunities for growth, if we see them as a way, as a vehicle to become the best version of ourselves, of course. But there are certain hard days in life that are just really fucking hard that we just got to get through. And so I think it's understanding sort of the difference between those two things is really quite important. Let's see over on YouTube. Taz is a black belt in judo. Two kids, me and a wife, work opposite schedules. Somewhere down the road, I will just hectic right now, dude. I totally get it. Most importantly, are your kids and your wife. So take care of that, like you're doing. That's amazing. Much respect to that and to you. Hey, Richard. I'm doing fantastic. I'm sorry that Heather's not feeling very well. Um, yeah, sorry, man. If it makes you feel alive when you feel certain emotions, though, yeah, it can certainly. If we're able to feel and process, and not so much wallow in them, I think there's a lot of power in that. Absolutely. But yeah, it's about time for me to jump off this stream. I'm going like almost an hour and 40 minutes now at this point. So thank you to everyone that joined, specifically on TikTok. Please follow me on TikTok. Then you get notified every time I go live, which is almost every single day. And then you can text me at my number, which is 201-534-3681. If you want direct links to my podcast and daily positive messages and things like that, all linked in my profile. And then follow my podcast. It's called Something for Everybody on every major podcast platform. And then you can also on my profile, you'll see a bunch of stuff in my let's see. Good night, bro. Glad I caught you. God bless you, Aaron. You're the truth, bro. God bless you too, man. God bless you. Also in my profile, you'll see all my merchandise, and most of that is "You Are Loved" and mental health related, which all the proceeds go to suicide prevention and mental health awareness. So check that out. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone on the stream. Please join me on my next live, which is almost every single day. And have a good night. Thank you, bro. Have a good night. Well, that's the wrong one. Thank you. Have a good night too. Rewind. Nice chatting with you. And I will see everyone on another time. Cheers.